Okay, hello, and welcome to the inaugural episode, the maiden voyage, introduction, whatever you want to call it, to Cigars and Solitude. So, hopefully I'm getting picked up pretty good. So, this is just going to be pretty straightforward. I mean, I sit outside, hopefully outside, on a nice day, or a nice enough day, and I smoke me a cigar. So, and I talk about how I'm feeling about things and my thoughts on things, and keep it pretty simple. I got the burn barrel going behind me. So we're gonna it's not a windy day, so 3 matches should do. I'm gonna light this thing up. So, the cigar I'm smoking today is Charles the Great Granada. It's Finks. Anybody in the Texas or San Antonio specifically has heard of Finks. They have a cigar lounge, and they also have their own cigars. So, pretty good. I like it. It's nice and smooth. It's not a huge stick. It's pretty chill. You know, it's not heavy. I hate heavy cigars. So I'm just out here chilling. Probably do a little chatting, you know. I'm on a lunch break for my job. Just gotta keep an eye on that. I figured I'd do the first episode from my tractor. Hopefully the sound's picking up. I do need to get a mic if I continue to use this fucking camera. I was out here working, and not even that. I've been being here. I've stumbled across a lot of spiders outside. Now, I thought they were brown recluses because my neighbor said he had them, so I just assumed. I don't know spider breeds, species, and whatnot. I just know spiders. So my neighbor said that. I figured that's what I got over here. So I got a lot of spiders. Well, come to find out they're wolf spiders, and I'll tell you how I figured that out. I'm in a homesteading group on Facebook, homesteading for beginners, and I occasionally scroll through there. Well, today I decided to post, like, hey, I got these spiders out here. What are y'all recommendations for pesticides? I want to kill them. I said in the message or in the post that they were brown recluses. Oh boy, I turned my phone off and got out here, got some work done. Did some work for my job inside. Took a little break a moment ago. Well, boy, them people in them comments was upset. You don't have they're not brown recluses if they're in the grass. They're probably wolf spiders. They're wolf spiders. Or tiger spiders or something. They're not brown recluses. Now, mind you, every fucking comment in there was pretty much like that. And a couple of them were like, hey, you know, get some of them were helpful. Get you some chickens, get you some guinea pigs, they'll eat them up and stuff. Free range chickens out here. And I was like, okay, that's cool, that's helpful. But that's cool and that's helpful. But everybody else was like, they're wolf spiders. They're wolf spiders. I'm thinking, motherfucker, I didn't ask the breed. Fuck it if the breed is wrong, goddamn it. They could be goddamn tarantulas or daddy longlegs. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to kill them. It's like, man, these fucking people, bro. One fucking asshole was like, he was like, his comment was like, his comment to my comment was like, kill the spiders that help keep your bugs in line or keep your bugs population down. That's a good idea. I could tell you're trying to be a sarcastic prick about it. I responded with, yeah, you probably know more than me, so whatever. They're not doing their job because clearly I got beetles all over the fucking place, caterpillars and shit. They're not bothering me. You know what I mean? I would like it if the spiders did work for me. They very well might. I don't know. They probably are out here doing their thing, but goddamn it, some of them I just don't want them around. It's the thing about, just tell me what the fuck I asked. I asked a question. Give a fuck about the specifics of the question. Tell me the thing. I don't know. And I mean, fuck it. They're spider. They're wolf spiders. Who cares? You know. Whatever. One of the reasons why I don't really be on the internet much anymore. When I was younger, my teenage years, I was terminally on the internet from like 19 to like, from like 18 to my young adult years until like 25. After that, I pretty much got off. And when I say the internet, I mean more specifically social media. People are just, it's that anonymity factor. Facebook's a little different, but that anonymity factor, just like say whatever you want. I hate that shit. People are fucking pussy. I don't know. One thing about living out here that I've really loved is the sounds. Except for the sounds of flies. I like the birds. All kind of birds. I've seen cardinals. I think I may have seen a blue jay of some sort or something like that. I hear turkeys all over the place. Not on my property, but down the road. The nature, man. I love it for the most part. There's certain things about it I don't like, such as the fucking flies. I hate the goddamn fly. My neighbor got cattle. My other neighbor got cattle. So those cattle, they be taking huge shits. Flies migrate over here. They just be sitting on my tractor like they are right now, sitting on my truck, just like cows, even though there's no shit on them. I don't get it, but it's not a big deal. I'm gonna start getting some traps, especially for inside, to kind of reduce the fly population down a little bit. That's a good idea. I actually was supposed to do it yesterday, but I forgot. My nails are fucking dirty. All that dirt and shit under there from these gloves and working outside. It's beautiful, man. I was just watching a video about a guy named Ed Kemper. He's a serial killer from like the 70s and 80s in California. That dude stood 6'9". 6'9". Imagine being faced with somebody that's 6'9", and they're like a combatant. And he preyed on defenseless. His thing was his mom worked at the college in Santa Cruz. I think it's University of California, Santa Cruz or something like that. And he was able to get on campus and pick up hitchhikers. This is the 70s and late and early 80s, so people hitchhiking because, you know, things were safer back then, I guess. But he'd pick up hitchhikers and they were women, co-ed. He was a co-ed killer was his nickname. And he'd kill them. I don't think he had like sexual fantasies necessarily. I'm not entirely sure. But the reason I'm talking about it is because I was watching it. And I find like serial killer stuff, like these people, guys and gals that did it. It's intriguing. Just to mostly learn about their upbringing, because a lot of them seem to have had, at least the ones that have been caught and stuff and interviewed and whatnot, seem to have had pretty normal upbringings. Some of them were abused by their parents and whatnot. I think Jeffrey Dahmer was a bit abused, or maybe he was like hunting with his dad, or I don't remember. I'm not even gonna talk on that because I don't really remember. But it's crazy that a lot of those folks had normal upbringing. So when people say like certain things are taught at home, that's true. I believe in that, but not everything. A lot of these folks became psychopaths probably in their late teenage years. You know. Also was watching a video about this little girl in East Texas, back in the early 2000s when I was only 11 years old. She killed her boyfriend and her killed her parent, her mom and her two brothers, her younger brothers. She was 16 years old. That's what I'm talking about, upbringing. She apparently, that family had a very normal upbringing, but something happened in her late teenage years to where she wanted to kill her family, and she did, except for her father survived. So it's just interesting to me. A lot can be taught to kids, and they can pick up on a lot of shit. We all did it, right? When we were younger. But some things just happen when you're older. And then it affects you. And in a lot of times negative ways. And then it affects other people. It's crazy. I could say the same about me, but not like obviously not in that aspect of being a serial killer, but things in my adult life have affected me. You know, my younger adult life have affected me to where now I think a little differently about stuff, whether it's relationships with romantic relationships or uh, colleagues or whatever, you know, just random people. Um, my relationship with myself and my mental health, stuff like that, you know. You learn a lot. I think people should continue to learn, but it needs to be more like progression, because I think you can learn regression. Regression can be taught and it can be learned. I feel like people I feel like I don't know, just good qualities are not being taught to younger folks and older folks in their home lives, their romantic lives, and any kind of social life, right? At work, the military, thing like everywhere. People aren't being taught good habits, and thus they are regressing rather than progressing. I saw a thing on the internet the other day, or on the news actually, a comment on YouTube. It was a YouTube video of a news thing that was going on in Houston, Houston, Texas. In a comment, I didn't even watch the full video because it's like 20 minutes long. It was multiple news stories. But the comment said, good, let the trash kill themselves out. Or whatever, something along those lines. Let the trash kill themselves so we don't have to deal with them. So I'm assuming the rest of the video, there was probably some shootings and murders and stuff. And these flies are really picking up over here. I was hoping the cigar smoke would keep some of them away. But I saw that video, or I saw that comment, and I got to thinking, how do I feel about that kind of comment? I think it's kind of true, right? You kind of like, god damn, fucking fly just came and said hello to my ear. You kind of hope for that kind of shit, right? Like in these war zones, these groups, these militant groups that are, whether they're jihadists or whatever the fuck else, you kind of hope that they fucking kill each other off, right? So you never have to deal with them, or other people that you are allied with or cool with have to deal with them. You know what I mean? But I feel like in certain scenarios, it's kind of a fucked up thing to say. Because like, it'd be like this, okay, if two homeless folk down on their luck through life, two homeless folk down on their luck in life, whether they're veterans or whether they're just whatever, lost their homes for whatever reason, their families, if they kill or in the street fighting each other, and then you said, let the trash kill themselves so we don't have to deal with them, that's kind of a crazy thing to say. I keep hearing the grass moving behind me. It might be a bird. But here you have two, let's say, American citizens down on their luck, and they're fighting for whatever reason, and one of them, they try to kill each other. Are they trash because they're homeless? I used to feel that way, but then I experienced homelessness myself, and it changed my perspective. Regression, progression. But should we just let them kill themselves, or should we say something like that? I don't think so. But if it's like hard, where is the line at? How do you distinguish these trash versus people trying to struggle or struggling to survive? What time is it? I think it's hard to. I remember I was getting ready to go on deployment 2018. My mom came to visit me in San Diego, and I had my girlfriend at the time with me. And we were driving downtown San Diego, and for anybody who's ever lived in California, or it does currently live in California, you know the homeless problem out there is ridiculous. It's insane. For one of the most, I think, the wealthiest state probably. It's probably, I don't know what the fucking homeless population is, but I know it is extraordinary. Well, this homeless guy walked up to my truck. I was driving, my mom was in the passenger seat, and my ex-girlfriend was in the back seat. This homeless guy was on the street, walked up a little bit to the passenger side, and my mama, being who she is, she used to go back in time a little bit, I remember going to work with her downtown Chicago, and there's homeless people down there too. And she would give homeless people food, sandwiches, and shit like that. A nice gesture. So, flash forward back to 2018, and she still has that mentality. So she wanted to give that guy some fucking money. Now, for whatever reason, whether it was the military brainwashing, whether it was just me regressing as I got a little older in that sense, I got furious with my mom. How dare you try to help that fucking asshole, that fucking drug addict, that fucking piece of shit, that trash. I said this. Now, to be fair, I'm fixed to go on deployment in a few days, so I'm stressed the fuck out, worried, I might die, all that shit, you know. So maybe I was just a little on edge. But I think back to that time. Now I don't go out of my way to give money to homeless people. I never do. If you're gonna give them something that they could use immediately. Food, a blanket, you know. Because a lot of homeless folk, unfortunately, are drug addicts. It's just true. Not all, but a lot of them are. They're just drug addicts. So you're going to give them money. Odds are they might just go spend on drugs. Give them some food. Give them a blanket, you know. Give them a pillow. Give them something they can use. I have no clue. A bucket and a swab, a fucking squeegee. Something. You know what I mean? Now, they could trade that shit for drugs, too, but we're not going to think about it like that. It's better than just giving straight money. Either way, I don't feel that way about homeless folk now because I've been homeless myself. A lot of homeless folk are veterans. There's a lot of homeless veterans out there. And yeah, they may be on drugs, but they're still a veteran. I have the utmost respect for most veterans purely because they serve, especially those who serve in combat or they spent several years serving. They weren't a piece of shit. You know, I don't have respect for veterans who excuse me, who are like they joined for some bullshit. Yeah, you joined, motherfucker, but you joined to get a sex change or you joined to do whatever. That's your life. You do what you got to do. You do what you want. But I don't have the same respect for you as somebody who, you know, joined for something different. But at the same time, it's a little hypocritical of me because I joined to travel. Really, that was the main reason. But then I got in and I got indoctrinated, and then then you're on, your patriotism comes out. Yeah, there needs to be. You know what's crazy to me? I was thinking, this country is a piece of shit. We spend so much money on other people. I felt this way actually when I was still all in the military, all patriotic and shit. I still felt this way back then. We got to be the big brother to the fucking world. Why? Why? Why do we have to be the big brother to the world when we don't give a fuck about ourselves? And it's just crazy, man. It's crazy. We sending money over to fucking Israel and fucking Ukraine and fucking wherever else we need to fucking send. They want to send money to. We don't need to. You got homeless folk, whether they're veterans or not. You got homeless folk in the street who could use help in clinics and all this shit to get better. You got kids who are missing or homeless themselves. You got underfinanced school systems. You got a fucking archaic prison system. You have a oversaturated, fucking monetized, I guess, military industrial complex. You got all these fucking things that you're wasting money on and you're not wasting money on. Or I'm sorry, you're wasting money on, but you have plenty of other things you could be wasting money on. And it's unfortunate because it's been like that since before I was born for a while. Worrying about other people's shit. Fuck the government. Fuck the federal government. For real. Not all agencies, of course. But literally the people who make the decisions. Fuck those people. They don't give a fuck about me. They don't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? They don't give a fuck about nobody. They care about padding their fucking pockets. And helping others. And padding the pockets of their investors and shit like that. After being in the military and seeing, I started seeing how much fucking money is being wasted. I used to be able to order shit for my team, and I could order fucking a lot of shit. I'd spend $15,000 like that. $15,000 like that on what? Hatchets, little fucking hatchets, little axes, little hatchets. That's just one person in the military. Think of the scale. I like that video that congressman asking some general or some shit like that, or another congressman, I don't know, senator, I have no fucking clue, about a bag of bushings that costed about $90,000 or $50,000 to $90,000 or some shit like that. I was like, yo, and it's labeled probably military grade bushings. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Worried about the wrong shit. Fucking Israel and Ukraine. It's sad that people are dying in Palestine. I'm not going to get political on this shit because people won't share my views, and then they're like, fuck, fuck them, fuck this, fuck, fuck those people, by the way. But, like, it's sad people are dying anywhere from war and oppression. But why do we have to help them? Because we have those same things, maybe not necessarily full-on wars between nations and stuff, but we got that shit internally. And the government ain't helping that. Sometimes I wish there just was like a candidate, a political candidate who was running for office and who thought somewhat like me and a lot of other Americans think, where it should be like America first. Fuck everybody else. We love y'all, but fuck off and deal with your own shit. We had to deal with our own shit. We need to deal with our own shit. You need to do the same. It's crazy. I wish there was a candidate like that. We need that. We need somebody with some goddamn balls in office. And Trump, I guess, kind of brought that, but not to the extent that I think a lot of people wanted him to. He was more worried about the wrong shit, I feel, in my opinion. If he just peeled over and stopped worrying about certain shit and more worried about inside the U.S. even more, man. I ain't vote for him. I ain't vote for nobody. Fuck all these people, to be honest with you. I fucking hate politicians. Just as much as I hate celebrities and shit. People are too worried about that shit. The camera cut off, but it's back on. I was just saying, people need to be worried about their own thing, Worrying about what celebrities wear. I've never understood that shit. My stepmama used to read magazines with like celebrities in them, the latest celebrity gossip. People all the time talking about the Met Gala and these fucking award ceremonies and shit, and who did and what they wore, who they were with, how long were they there, are they dating now, are they fucking each other now, do they have kids, all this shit. Why the fuck does that matter? Why do celebrities matter? I like movies. I like music. That is their job. Why does there have to be this big fucking focus on these fucking people? Why is that a thing? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Them people don't care about you. They're worried about their millions of dollars or billions of dollars, depending on who they are. It would be nice. I've been asked before, like, if you could meet a famous person alive or dead, who would you meet? I said, my answer to that is, if it's a celebrity, is Jay-Z. Only because I love his music. That's it. It would be cool to, he seemed like he is a relatively down-to-earth person. I don't give a fuck about what he and Beyonce got going on in their home, or what they kids got going on, or how much money they got, or how they dress. I don't give a fuck about none of that. It would just be cool to have a conversation, because I like conversation. But it seems like other people want to meet everybody because they are who they are. They rich. That's it. It seems like people just give a fuck about the fact that they're celebrities or something, or politicians. I thought about, like, man, if fucking sleepy Joe Biden fucking pulled up on my street and wanted to meet the locals because he's running again or whatever the fuck it is, or Trump or any other candidate, how would I react? Would I want to get a picture with these motherfuckers? No. I do not care. I do not care. People care too much about that shit. It's crazy. I'm a firm believer in letting people do what they need to do. As long as it doesn't hurt somebody else, do what you got to do. As long as it's legal, you know what I mean? Or if it's mostly legal and it's safe and doesn't hurt, it's not at the, you know, you're not punching down. It's not at the thing doesn't benefit you, but it like hurts the person that, you know what I'm trying to say. Can't think of the fucking word. Either way, I'm a firm believer in that type of stuff. Worry about yourself, do your thing. But sometimes I question people. Like recently, this fucking rap battle shit. I like Kendrick Lamar's music sometimes. I like Drake's music sometimes. Don't give a fuck about either of them personally, or on what they got going on in life, or how they dress and whatever, who they with. But I also don't give a fuck about, it seems like the internet, it was in a frenzy the last couple days talking about their songs that they're dropping about each other. To me, the shit don't matter. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It seems tiresome to worry about celebrities and politicians and what they got going on, or other people who aren't that way, like small town gossip and shit. That shit seems so fucking exhausting. Now maybe that's just the way my brain's developed, and I'm a real, you know, pure introvert, or I like seclusion and being alone and stuff. Maybe that's just how my brain's developed, and I can't quite make sense of all this shit. But I can't make sense of it. It don't make no sense. I'm sure there's other people who feel the same way. I'm sure there is. Well, I'm about done smoking. This was nice. These cigars go through pretty quick. I smoke them pretty fast too. I don't like smoking more than one cigar at a time usually, or, you know, back to back. Usually just do one cigar, call it a day. I've done two before, and I just don't like it. It gives me too much of a buzz. Plus, I use tobacco throughout the day anyway now, so. This was fun. I like this. You know, just sitting here talking to the camera, kind of getting my thoughts out. Hopefully there's people out there who agree. Honestly, if you disagree, that's cool. Tell me about it. I'd like to continue to do this. The situation or the format may change. I don't even know how the lighting is right now, honestly. It's probably really bad. I'll probably move around back for the next one or somewhere else. Maybe sit on my porch and do it there. But I love smoking a cigar, sitting back and just chilling. Read a book, drink some tea, have some whiskey or a beer, something like that. I enjoy that. But this one's about done. I'm gonna get this here tractor going and do some more work, load up some more logs on the back, and call it a day. It's about to start getting real hot here in about an hour. And when I say real hot, it's not even really that hot. It's only gonna be like 90 something today. That ain't that hot. Once we start getting to the spider on the camera, once we start getting to the triple digits, then it's gonna be real hot. And I won't be out here that much unless I'm riding on this here tractor. Anyway, that's it. Enjoy a nice cigar, sit back and relax one day, and just chill. That's all you gotta do. Just chill a little bit. All right, peace.